We are here again on the floor of the stock exchange in this live stream to share with us opportunities in the markets. It's been all red all week, and of course, is there going to be a respite today? I doubt, because Fridays are always bargain days when there is investor apathy, and for that reason, not much of momentum in the market. But you know what? For bargain hunters, this is your time. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations build their personal and corporate net worth via investing in the stock market. And this is Net Worth Investors Club. I'm excited to be here again to lead us through another moment of opportunity hunting. Thank you very much. We will proceed as always this Friday to go ahead and take the review of trading activities as it played out yesterday. The bloodbath continues on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We are all looking for fresh funds to make the most of it. This is how you stay long in the market, by developing the thick skin to carry on when the market goes red. If you do not belong to a community where you are told what to expect ahead of time, then you fall victim of always losing money in the markets. Thank you very much. We will proceed today as we go on to take a quick review, because I guess there's a lot to do today. Equities investors on the NGX lost 2.18 trillion naira on Thursday due to profit taking in Dangote companies, Owando, and some top banking names in the stock exchange. The domestic bourse closed trading activities in red as key performance indicators, the all-share index and market capitalization, declined by 1.41%. The Nigerian market has been trading backwards for 5 straight trading sessions, and the market recorded a significant loss as investors' confidence remained weak in the midst of insecurity concerns fueling sell-offs in medium and large cap stocks across all key market sectors. There were sell-offs in Dangote Cement, Owando, NEM, Dang Sugar, Zenith Bank, and others, while the industrial goods sector and the insurance sector shared the most points yesterday. Consequently, the market index fell by 3,397.8 basis points to close at 237,404.92 points, while market capitalization tanked by 2,179.27 million to close at 152.27 trillion naira. Total volume of all trades and their total value increased by 4% and 192% respectively. Stockbrokers reported that approximately 691 million shares valued at 116 billion naira were transacted in 50,025 deals. First Holdco accounted for 18.67% of trading volume in the stock market, followed by Access Corporation 17.67%, Japol Gold 4.18%, FCMB 4.17%, and Sterling 4.13%. First Holdco top transaction value accounting for 20.23% of the total value of trades executed in the market. Legend Internet topped the gainers charts, up by 9.52%, followed by NPF Microfinance Bank, Transcorp, Nemet, Darcoms, and Guinea Insurance. A total of 40 stocks depreciated, with a price depreciation of 10% all the way down. Market bread closed on a negative note with 13 gainers and 40 losers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just stepping into the market for the first time, your timing is heavenly. That's because we are in the second best season of investing in the stock market, and you are in for a great time if you can take your time to settle down, get knowledge, and invest one step at a time. And then, of course, if you are already in the market and it looks like your portfolio has depreciated but has not taken you back all the way to pre-January prices, then no issues. The dwindling and up and down zigzag movement of the market is all a part and parcel of it. It's a matter of, especially for long-term investors, holding on through every season. The longer you stay, the more money you make in the best stocks. So if you have funds and then if you just recently bought and your stocks have depreciated a bit, you are in good time to try to average down. These are all risk management techniques we use to last long in the market. For instance, if I bought Aradel at 1,900 and I'm seeing it at 1,006, especially knowing that dividends will be announced as the board meeting is holding as I speak to you right now. Aradel's board meeting is holding from whence they will eventually come out to announce the full year and first quarter results for the company, plus the dividend for the year 2025. That's the final dividend will be announced as well. And now I'm seeing Aradel maybe at 1.6. I would go in with fresh funds to lower my initial entry price, because whatever I buy at 1.6 versus what I bought at 1.9 will eventually automatically reduce that 1.9 price lower as my new average cost. Same goes for every other stock. If you chased TIP all the way to 35 or 40 and now it's at 28 because TIP looks like it has hit rock bottom, bids are now more than the offers, despite the kind of market that we are in at the moment. All right? So it's at 28, you buy more, you average down from that 40 or 35 that you got in. That's the way we have appeared to be geniuses in the market. We take advantage of moments like this to correct certain entry prices and then sit still and enjoy the ride. By the way, the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'd like you to know that it is for patient funds. Do not come in with short-term funds. It is not a Ponzi scheme. And the views and opinions expressed in this live stream are totally personal and not financial advice. Please, please be informed, be guided. Make sure you do your due diligence. And also, I'll be joined here by our moderators who are the executives of the Network Investors Club. They will be on the comments and helping out with some of your questions and responding to your comments as well. You know how we do it. Go ahead on all platforms. Keep liking, keep sharing the live stream so you can get more people involved. Let them come and learn how we make money here. Now, the reason why you should be excited the more, even if it's looking like the market is not excited, is because you found yourself doing the things that the rich do. How do I mean? Femi Otedola just increased his stake further in First Bank, buying hundreds of millions of First Bank shares in the private placement initially announced some weeks ago. And now he has acquired 20+% stake in First Bank and continues to dominate as the highest shareholder, therefore the biggest influencer of that bank. And of course, the chief financial officer of MTN also bought 1.5 million shares of MTN while the stock price was down between 700 and something and 800 naira per share. Various tranches of that transaction was done. I'm here to give you insight of what the rich do. When the market looks like it is depressed, that's when they get in. While you are afraid and you want to sell at a loss, that's when they pump in billions. And then, of course, the MTN's employee share scheme, the MTN Employee Share Investment Trust, also went in and bought about 11 million shares of MTN. You know how much that is? At 800 naira per share, that's 8.8 billion naira. So those frequent volumes and huge value of MTN shares traded in the last few weeks was a result of these guys. And they made sure that they bought at 800 and below. So if the owners of the company and the top executives of the company are buying these shares, what are you afraid of? They have the numbers. They know all the details. As for MTN, can I tell you why it makes more sense to even buy that stock now? MTN is heading towards being self-sufficient in terms of even power generation for themselves. So most of the cost of sales you used to see in their books will soon be wiped out. You know why? Because they will be using renewable energy, solar energy, to generate some of the power that they are using. And then, most significantly, the towers, the telecom masts they've been hiring for years, they've bought the company itself that owns those towers. That means rent for towers comes to a final end as far as that aspect of their own cost of sales is concerned. So many things are going on, and the owners of the company have seen it and they are taking position. Do not, I repeat, be a member of this community and miss out on opportunities while they have come begging. The only challenge is most of us are out of funds. And so somehow, some way, the delayed announcement of the results of Aradel looks to me like a blessing in disguise, because that looks like the closest free or fresh funds around. Let's see how we enjoy today's session. We go on now to take your comments all the way, and let's have a great time together. Thank you very much, Lekon Aleshinloye. He's there sharing the live stream. Really, really appreciate it. From all platforms you are, let's go ahead and keep educating ourselves and making the most. If you are not following me, you are losing money. And then if you are losing money and you follow me, you are bouncing back, because I've not stayed 28 years in this market for fun. I am here so you can leverage on that knowledge. You don't now need to spend 28 years to acquire the knowledge. You just need to listen, do the little bit of research, make up your mind, invest one step at a time. Coach, please tell us about new CBN regulations on data being stored in Nigeria. Well, I've spoken about that on Monday. I think that was 4 days ago or so. I've spoken about that. They are insisting that data storage should not be done by foreign companies no more. They want Nigerian companies to do that. And if that happens, it means some players in the ICT sector may just benefit. But the big question is, we have not had the capacity, the capability for data storage. It's very, very capital intensive and requires some time. Whether or not there is capacity, we will find out. And that's why all eyes will now go on to companies like Chams, CWG, Triple G, eTransact, even MTN and Airtel. We will find out whether or not they can quickly develop capacity, because there's a whole lot of money in the data storage business. So actually, CBN's move is in the best interest of our nation's sovereignty, okay, and security in terms of information of citizens. But then, do we have the capacity as far as companies operating in that sector is concerned? That's what we do not have answers for, and we hope we do, so that these companies will suddenly begin to enjoy from this. Morning, Coach. I'm tempted to offload my Dangote cement into Aradel in good profit in Dangote cement. Official Mobos, there are so many temptations going on right now. But can I remind you something that will also happen to Dangote cement? In September, they intend to get listed on the London Stock Exchange. And when they do, 10% of that company's shares will be sold to foreign investors. That move will drive the price further higher. The question is, will you be happy to be on the sidelines and just be watching that happen now, at that point being just a one-time shareholder? Or would you be rather in that boat and watch to participate? Don't forget, they only declared 45 naira dividend recently. It could begin to step up because foreign money is coming in September. Who knows? Well, final decision is yours. I am holding my Dangote cement. We are all tempted to do all sorts of moves. But you know what? I told myself, as I've always told you, because when I tell you some things, they are also useful to me. For example, sometimes the best trade is no trade. And I've not been able to trade because I'm all invested and can't find where to move money out. Anywhere I try to decide to move money from, I remind myself when the market bounces back, this thing will come back. And what you want to buy, you already have. You just need to top up. So go out there and look for fresh funds. And that's what we're all about right now. And that's why I'm sort of excited that somehow, some way, Aradel will be paying some fresh funds that most of us who own Aradel can now use to plow back into the market. Anything you buy now, you can hardly go wrong. Unfortunately, anything you sell now, you're going to be selling at a discount. Even if you are selling at a profit, it will be at a discount. Dangote Cement's numbers are out of this world. You don't want to miss that. Okay? Forget the daily jumping up and down. Leave that one for traders. Let them be doing their up, buy, low, sell high, and be going. But the same way this Dangote Cement was at 600 and something January this year, we are doing 1,000 now. So you never know what tomorrow holds. Okay? Did he say Aradel is bringing some fresh funds? Erus Etso, yes. For those who already have Aradel, we are warming up to take dividends that will soon be declared. As I'm speaking to you now, the board meeting for Aradel's financial year end result and first quarter result is being considered. After that board meeting, we will hear the results and dividend will be declared. That's what I mean by fresh funds. We need fresh funds to get back into the market. When others are running, we are buying. This thing is nothing near what we are used to when the market collapses. In fact, this is just a market retracement or, if you like, correction. Okay? So it's nothing near a crash. All right? Morning, Coach. Aradel audited report is expected today. Any news? That's exactly what I'm saying. The board meeting is going on right now. Coded Dinero says, I'll pay for mentorship, sir. I need guidance. Coded Dinero and anyone who wants to enroll for one-on-one mentorship, that's the one-on-one quick strategy session. Go on my Instagram and drop a message, or go on my bio. You will see the link to the website where you can either enroll for the 1 month cohort session for group every month, or you can enroll for the 1 hour quick strategy session. Whichever is okay for you, you proceed. Coach, between Dangote Cement and Lafarge, which one is more profitable for a long time? Oladayo Badiru. I do not know how to respond to this your question because there are two giants, but of course, Dangote is the king in the cement industry. If you go by dividend payouts per share, it has to be Dangote who declared 45 naira dividend, even though WAPCO is also doing excellent. I will just try to see dividend yield comparison between the two, because that's one way to check returns on your investments in stocks. So dividend yield between Dangote Cement and WAPCO. I'm trying to call up my research work, and let's compare. So based on current price, Dangote Cement's dividend yield is between 4 and 5%. That is to say, dividend yield is a function of the price of the stock versus the dividend declared. Now that Dangote Cement's stock price has dropped from 1,100 to, where is it now? I don't know what the price is this morning. Let's quickly also be aware of that as I go in to sign in to see. Okay, if the stock price keeps coming down, dividend yield continues to go higher. So it's a function of the stock price per time versus dividend declared. While Dangote's cement's dividend yield is at around 3 to 5%, WAPCO's dividend yield is around 3 to 4%. No, Dangote's is 4 to 5%. WAPCO's yield is 3 to 4%. So based on dividend payouts, Dangote Cement has a better dividend yield. Currently, it's at 980. So Dangote Cement actually shed a lot of weight already. And this is a function of what the market trend has been. No one is spared. Most of the stocks are down on their knees, begging for fresh funds. Okay? But if you consider the prices, Dangote Cement is at 980, WAPCO is now at 317. So you wonder, do I buy WAPCO, which looks like it's cheaper? Sometimes cheaper is not the best, but of course, just could be WAPCO at this point for me. I can't open the link. Lady that trades says, I need mentorship. Okay, lady that trades, follow Instagram, send a request and you'll be guided. But the mentorship is in 2 parts, basically free. That's why I relentlessly come every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is a divine mission. And the Net Worth Investors Club on Discord app, we are there 24 hours discussing and analyzing. You join in, you listen up, we interact, and then the live stream, in addition to every other thing I post on social media, free. So that's the real mentorship. Then, based on the knowledge you have gathered and the steps you have started taking, you can now decide, okay, I need a one-on-one, 1 hour strategy session. Then you book, and then we have that discussion. And then we go over your portfolio and your entire plan. Some people come to discuss stocks, but by the time we get talking, we realize that some foundations need to be laid, and then making, therefore, their investment journey more effective with whatever they are putting in. And of course, we have different phases, different challenges. We're at different phases of our lives and so on. We consider all of that to curate a portfolio suitable for you. That's where the one-on-one now comes in. And then for those who feel like, oh, I don't know much, I've tried to follow through the Discord and everything, I still can't grasp. Maybe I need a cohort session, monthly cohort session, where we have 4 real-time sessions in a whole month. And then during that time, communication and guidance is given. If you want that, that's different. So those are the only 2 paid sessions that I offer for anyone who just feels like. Otherwise, from wherever you are, you can just keep going. Okay? But be careful, get enough knowledge, because the idea is not to make money. The idea is to give knowledge, because any knowledge you get from here is with you for life. Even if this live stream comes to an end one day and we say we don't do live stream no more, whatever you have learned is with you forever. That's what I am interested in, to deposit that knowledge so you can use it for the rest of your life anywhere you find yourself. Okay, this market is just too juicy. Bisoye, absolutely, I agree with you. When you hear people speak like this, you know that they have matured into this business. There is nothing scary about it. The businesses we are investing in are still alive and still functioning. And check it, they are even creating more value. You will see in the 2nd quarter result that will be out next month. And that's when most of these stocks will start bouncing back. So before they do, because nothing has gone wrong with the market, with the businesses. Is anything wrong with MTN, for example? They are still doing calls, they are still collecting charges, they are still doing data, they are rolling out all sorts of products. Work is going on. Value is being created. But in the stock market, prices are down. That's why their employee scheme. In fact, I'll show you this now. So it doesn't look like I'm just making this up. I'm going now to the NGX website to see if it was supposed to have come up live. I don't know if they were uploading Aradel's result, and that's why the corporate disclosure page is still hanging. I'm trying to refresh it now to see if it comes up. Okay, it's come up now. I'll show you something for those on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook and on Twitter. I'll show you. That's it right there. The chief financial officer bought. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, that's it. This is the employee share acquisition scheme. They bought 8 million shares at 794 naira, 2.3 million shares. Oh my God, I'm not sharing the screen. I should be sharing the screen so you can see it from your own end. So there you go. That's the disclosure. The MTN Employee Share Acquisition Trust. They bought 8 million shares, tranche 1, at 794 naira 6 kobo. Tranche 2, they bought 2,355,000 plus at 804. Tranche 3, they bought 580,000 shares at 804. Total aggregate volume 10.9 million shares. Average price 796. So they even bought higher than the current 750, but they saw value and they pumped in about nearly 9 billion naira. This is the MTN Employee Share Acquisition Trust. One side. Now let's take a look at the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Kadri. If I can quickly get that, this is Mr. Olajimo, a manager, treasury operations. Olajimo also bought shares in MTN. But hold on, when you see insiders packing the stock in a down market, just know that they have seen value. Now, this is the disclosure by the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Modupe Kadri. He bought in various tranches at various prices. 10,000 shares, 544,000 shares, 12,000 shares, 155,000, all the way down. Aggregate number of shares he bought, 1.3 million shares of this MTN at 782 naira. On another report, he bought 200 and something thousand shares. So if you check, it's over 1.5 million shares this chief financial officer of MTN has bought. What does that tell you? Femi Otedola is loading up First Bank. These MTN executives are loading up MTN shares. They have seen that the market is too cheap and they are diving in. Let me tell you, it is only here we see it from this aspect. And that is why you can only make the most from this kind of environment. Anywhere else you go, it is one panic after the other, but not us. We are watching the moves. These guys are pumping in billions. The amount of shares Femi Otedola bought costed about 29 point something billion, almost 30 billion naira. That spent by MTN executive and the Employee Share Acquisition Trust is about 12 billion naira worth of shares. And all of this is happening by this time. You think it's by accident? No. You think it's coincidence? No. They have seen opportunity and they're taking. So when I say by this time next year, MTN may be selling at 1,500 per share. When that time comes, these are the people who will benefit. Those who didn't run away. Okay? And then you will start thinking, oh, I should have bought it at 700 and something, or 800, or even 900. You see that? So the business is improving on every aspect, but the market got tired and is trending downwards. No problems. This is how we make the money. Coach, I want to sell my UBA. It's not moving. To be, no stock is moving right now. So if you sell your UBA anywhere else you are going, but it's up to you. You are the CEO of your portfolio. Greetings, Coach. The new proposed block transactions required to move price. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, that has not been made official. I am not naive enough to go out there and start making it official when I am not the NGX. it is still at rumor stage. Maybe they are testing the waters and allowed the information somehow, some way to trickle out. But we are waiting for an official statement by the NGX. That's why you will not see it on my social media outfits, but you will see it discussed in the community. So I dropped the information on the Discord group where some of us have seen it. We should now prepare our minds. Now, by way of rumor, or will I say allegedly, the NGX will soon be announcing a change of the structure of price movement on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Don't forget, it's always been 100,000 block transaction per share per company for prices to change. And one day I calculated how much was needed to change the price of Presco here, and it was something else. So perhaps that has led to most of the big companies not moving at all. But you know what? There is a proposal on ground, and that is under the new rules that the NGX will eventually announce. This is unofficial. It remains at rumor level, unconfirmed. But we try to prepare and plan ahead. Stocks trading at 1,000 naira and above will require a minimum of just 10,000 shares to be traded before a price movement can occur. You get the point now? Before it used to be 100,000. So let's assume for MTN, assume it is selling at 750 naira per share now. To move the price, because it's been closing at 800, and the intraday to be selling at 750. After market closes, it goes back to 800. That's because the minimum 100,000 block transaction at 750 did not happen. So it closes back at 800. So to move in the current regime, to move MTN from that 800 it was to 750 that it trades intraday, you need 750 naira times 100,000 shares. That's how much? Is that not 75 million? 750,000 times 100, 750 naira times 100,000 shares, right? That's 75 million. So for MTN to trade at 750 at the close of trading today, someone must go and buy 100,000 shares at once. But with this new arrangement, MTN is not even up to 1,000 naira. That means it falls not even in the second category. Stocks trading at 500 naira and below 1,000 will require 50,000 shares. So now, instead of 75 million, all you need to change the price of MTN is 50,000 shares times 750 naira, which is 37.5 million. You see that? So little by little, that means prices can move upwards faster and downwards faster. So if they release that information now, prices will tank faster. I hope they have not made it really official. Daddy says it is now on business day today. Well, I'm still hoping they've not implemented. They could have waited. This is my own, based on my own thinking and experience. They could have waited to implement this, because this will facilitate price movements faster. And in a downward market now, that means prices will move down faster. You get the point now? When they could have announced this is when the market is bullish, so that prices will change faster upwards. Before the next cycle of prices going down, then most of these stocks would have gained well enough. So by the time this is implemented, when the market is down, it cannot reverse back to where we are. So I do not expect that they implement it immediately. Otherwise, it will be chaos everywhere. Especially now that there is fear everywhere. If the prices keep, that means every day the prices will just keep changing 10%, and it's a downward market. People will just, the whole place will tumble. Then for stocks trading below 500, you require 100,000 shares. Any stock trading below 500, you require 100,000 shares. So that way there's a bit of justice for the expensive stocks like Seplat. To move Seplat in the current regime, 100,000 Seplat, guess how much you need? You need, because Seplat is trading, let's say at 10,000 naira per share, you need 1 billion naira to move Seplat one step. 1 billion. Who does that? How many times will you do that? When you are not Tony Elumelu, who bought 20% stake in Seplat, and he's not always in the market on a daily basis. You get the point now. So understand these intricacies. But now, with this change, Seplat can easily move. In an upward movement, all they need is 10,000 shares of Seplat, and the price has moved. So 10,000 times, let's say 10,000 naira per share, all you need is 100 million. Boom! Seplat has moved. But may that not happen in a downward market. That's all you should be praying for right now. I don't know if NGS has made it official. It is one thing to announce it, it's another thing to have an implementation date. They should make sure the implementation date is not yet now. Maybe during second quarter results announcement when prices will start rallying. And that will be towards next month end. Okay, so what you are seeing now will not last. Just as when the market flies up, and I keep saying the market doesn't move on a straight line. Now that the market is this way downwards, the market does not move on a straight line either. There will come a time it will jet back up. Okay, ladies and gents, let's go back. Too much explanation will not help most of the questions that we have. But education is key. If you know most of these things very well, you will know how to navigate the market. So sometimes when you are buying a stock and you decide you want to accumulate, you have to change your strategy. Do not go there and load up 100,000 shares because you have money to buy. You will force the prices up because those who want to sell will just click 10,000 from the 100,000 and price will change. You are bidding the stock higher. Have some wisdom. Plan before you execute. Okay? So you don't change the price of a stock unconsciously to your disadvantage, if you understand what I mean. Please, sir, what is a good entry point for MTN, Dangote Cement, RDL, GT Bank, Boa Cement, Lafarge, Zenith? Wow, that Olu girl. This tells me that you have received fresh funds. Real money is here. The way you're asking about all these stocks. MTN, Dangote Cement, RDL. Let's go there and see everyone who is looking to hear what best possible stock prices. MTN currently 750 naira is a very good price to get in currently. And then Dangote Cement 980, currently 982, but okay, lowest offer is at 984, but the bids are less than the offers, so you could get at 980 or 982. This was a stock. I even bought some Dangote Cement recently at 1,050 or so. So after I bought 1,050, it's now down to 980. We are all in this boat of buying a stock and it's dipping. It's normal, okay? Then of course, where's the next one? GTCO. GTCO currently, okay, I'm not on GTCO's page, but I can tell you Zenith, wow, 110, 110 naira per share. Currently, that's what you can buy Zenith. Oh my goodness. Then WAPCO, which is otherwise called Lafarge, currently at 317 naira, down from the 313 naira. So these are the prices you can buy some of these stocks at the moment. Let me quickly go and check for your GT Bank and Boa Cement. Currently, Boa Cement is down from 378 to 340 naira per share, and Boa Cement is on full offer. 3.2 million offers, no bid whatsoever. Then, of course, last but not the least, GTCO. GTCO currently is at 125 naira 95 kobo, down from 128. This one looks like it's tired of losing. It's losing only about 3 naira at the moment, but there are 10 million offers versus 1 million bids. What of Dangote Sugar? 6 tools. go straight up. I'm on the same page where we can find Dangote Sugar. Dangote Sugar is now down from the 74 it closed yesterday to 73 naira 15 kobo. Some of you may wonder, why is he calling prices? Because some of you are listening, you are using apps, and the apps are showing you yesterday's price. These are very critical times when most of the prices you are seeing on your app are delayed data. They are showing you yesterday's prices, and you don't want to follow that price to bid. So getting to know what the price is intraday currently in a down market will do you a world of good. Even if you are seeing, for instance, 74 naira for Dangote Sugar, and I've told you 73 naira 15 kobo, you can beat 73 naira 15 kobo, but make sure it's a limit buy. Put limit price so that the system insists on that price, so you don't buy higher. All right, please support me with a bag of charcoal. Okay, Mona, this just end you a blockage. You are not to come into a live stream and start distracting people with all this nonsense. It's pure nonsense to not respect the integrity and dignity of the people who are having a meeting, and then you come in with what you have to say. Did ICO, Charms, and Zenith a good buy? Your question is twisted. ICO, Charms, and Zenith, goodbye for long-term investment. In fact, I only need 2 of those because I need growth now, not dividends, based on your advice. And I love GTCO and Zenith. Set love aside, Habenia, and focus on quality. Go for Zenith and Charms amongst the 3 that you have listed there. Coach, is a good entry point? I don't understand the way you people twist your questions. Is a good entry point for Zenith, GTCO, and PZ? I've just mentioned GTCO and Zenith. PZ, let's see how much it is. At the moment, someone help him with the prices shared earlier for the others. PZ is currently at 85 naira, down at the moment. Anybody who is coming in who has money and is buying stocks now, you are having a fantastic season. This is like buying things at a discount. Where can I've lost that question? Please keep sending your messages. No be only bag of charcoal. Mr. Showy, don't mind that individual. Okay, keep your comments coming in. Let's go on to YouTube and hear from our YouTube family right there. Coach, please, I have a question. Omusi, marvelous. The time you used to type this, you could have used to type the question. Marvelous. Good afternoon, Coach. Thanks for all you do for us. Always showing up. We sincerely appreciate. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. Okay, Joy, Balaso. Have Academy Press allotted their bonus shares to shareholders? I don't know. By the way, I would like to even find out from Atlas. I haven't gotten my tip rights issue allotted yet. I've seen so many people asking about that. Myself, I haven't gotten my tip rights allotted. Coach, why is Zenith dipping so much? The floor is not in sight, even at 110. What's going on? Gladys Edegware, relax yourself. Get used to the market. It's a market retracement. The longer you stay in a good stock, the more money you make. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Ogun Shakin Kende has just captured that word. Good day, my awesome coach. I'm so glad I made it today. Oh, yes, Parkwell, we're glad to have you. All right, Peter Bullyman says, good afternoon, coach. I have 600K to invest. At the moment, I'm holding only 1,650 units of WAPCO amongst others. Should I use the money to top up WAPCO or buy tip? If your WAPCO price is higher than what the price is now, average down on the WAPCO. But if your entry price for the WAPCO is still lower than the current price, then go ahead and buy tip. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one secret here. For those who will be accessing fresh funds and you have some stocks low in your portfolio, don't overlook them, especially if you bought them for a long-term purpose and they all made sense. Don't overlook those stocks. Go back. One of the best moves you'll be making is going back to average down on them, especially the ones that are below your initial entry price. You may feel you're not adding anything to your portfolio, still the same stock that was there. You may be having that feeling while buying it. You may also be attracted to, oh, I could have got a new one now, especially this low. But the best thing you can do for yourself is to accumulate and top up on those stocks that you bought higher, that are selling less than your market price now. The speed with which your portfolio will jerk back when the market recovers will amaze you. So that's one secret. You may not be moved. You may not even feel like. And even when you are topping up those stocks, it won't look like you have added anything. But you will soon find out when the market recovers. That's one secret I use a lot of the time. I've told you before, when I bought NACO 9 naira, it collapsed to 7. Unfortunately, I could not top up that one because immediately after I bought, there was no fresh funds. And then I had accumulated the quantity I wanted. I just went in, took 1 million NACO and rested. But it dropped. Imagine dropping to 7 naira something after I bought at 9 naira. But guess what? All that is now, by the way, UBA the same thing, 7 naira, 5 kobo or so per share. I've always said it here. UBA was 7 naira. You know, hi coach, I'm down by 265,000 on QTix. Can I sell off to load up on tip? I have just 22,000. Okay. This is a peculiar move. The QTix is not too much, and it is a loss position that can easily be realizable investing in tip, especially considering that tip I saw was selling at 28 today. I think that's an enticing price. Tip has behaved exactly the way it did last year. Tip jumped to 17 naira last year and then pulled back to around 11 or so and then stayed there for long. This year now, it jumped to 42 naira. If not for the allotment though, public offer and rights issue allotments, tip couldn't have dropped this low. But that allotment caused this breach, and now it's looking like it wants to stabilize around that 28. I thought it was 30. I was always targeting 30 and 27, but tip I saw was selling at 28 recently and looks like it's not ready to drop too low after what has happened with that allotment exercise. And as at that time I was looking before coming on live, they had already 6 million bids versus around 2 million offers. So let's go and see. So yesterday it closed at 28.55. It's at 28.70, right? But the bid has increased again to 8.5 million bids versus 3.8 million offers. So it is looking like, especially in a down market like this, when you still see a stock having more bids than offers, it's almost looking like we are at that bottom stage now. Could it fall below this? If it has to fall below this, then this 8 million shares must be cleared first. And that's not happening anytime soon from what I'm seeing. There are 3.8 million offers and 8.5 million bids. Until those bids are significantly crushed, then I don't see tip dropping below 28 today. But we're still here. Anything can happen in the market. What can I invest in? Holy faith. Holy, you need to tell us what your investment horizon, your investment goals. We need to know what you already have, so you don't also overexpose yourself in a particular I would say, in a particular sector. These are the reasons why I don't like to see people coming to say, oh, coach, where can I put 10 million? I need it in the next 3 months. You don't know what will happen in the next 3 months. This down market, I predicted to happen April, May. See when it's happening. And these are some of the things that are completely out of your control. So give yourself enough time. In other words, don't bring money you need so soon, so you can meander through the market and take advantage of opportunities as they come, when they come. Okay? So if I had said, oh, it's April, May, and then April, May came, market price didn't drop. You know why? Because most reports were delayed. The full year results, the dividend declarations, they were all delayed all the way through April into May. So the whole excitement that should have died in April so that May will experience this down market did not happen. Because you can imagine, Aradel is about to announce now. Most of the banks delayed until we heard that, oh, there's no dividend. So as we speak now, that thing we carried over from April, May is what we are seeing now. And the fact it is happening now is a good news because it will not last long. You know why? Second quarter result is coming. And you know when you combine second quarter and first quarter, you have the half year result. Those who do well will jump when those results are announced. So the market will experience a general recovery from mid next month. Unless they delay again in releasing second quarter results. You get the point now? So it's a trend, it's a normal trend as we speak. So there's nothing to fear about. The only thing is if you avoid investing, when the market recovers and flies up, you will come back to start buying higher again. With 10 million naira, what do you advise on TIP, NACO, and NGX? Do I have 200k units TIP? You've picked your choices of NACO, NGX, and TIP. I would accumulate. Well, you pick the tray. I think you can spread into the tray, but since you already have 200,000 TIP, maybe add 50,000 TIP and then spread the rest on NACO and NGX. Talking to Caesar. Twin Studios says, coach, any update on TIP public offer? Wow, update. TIP public offer has been allotted. I don't know who has not received their public offer allotment. What some of us have not received is the rights issue allotment. That's what forced the price of TIP down. The moment they announced that they've successfully come to a conclusion and approval to admit the new shares alongside with the original ones that they got earlier approval for. That was what caused the delay for TIP in announcing the allotment. You know, the offer was oversubscribed, and then they reasoned it will make sense to admit the oversubscription, but that means they will need to seek approval again because what they got approval to do the public offer for was not, did not consider that excess subscription that would happen. So that delayed the process, but that has been done. The Honcho says for a fresh entry for a minor NGX group or PZ, I would go PZ. All right, let's go on to our Facebook family. Patiently waiting. Bright Ugochukwu says, my mom will be retiring as a teacher in about 2.5 years. So far, she has only saved 3 million, which is currently invested in treasury bills and will mature in January. I want to invest the money in just one stock with strong potential to double in capital gains within the next 1 to 1.5 years. The reason is that if she puts 1 million in Nigerian savings bond conservatively for 3 months at around 14.75%, she would earn only about 36,000 per month, which I consider too low for her retirement needs. My goal is to grow her capital significantly before she retires and then buy FGN savings bond. What would you advise? What a great son, Bright Ugochukwu, planning retirement cash flow for his mom using the knowledge he has acquired in sessions like this to use these stock market and money market to create regular cash flow. Ugochukwu, I agree with you 100% that the money is quite small to throw into savings bond for now for that purpose of generating monthly cash flow for her by investing in 3 savings bond offers. So I'm 100% with you, but when you say that money will mature in January, that is not a good time to buy stocks. Find out from her if she can terminate it first week of December or last month of November. If she can terminate that treasury bill last month of November, then that is the best time to buy stocks. Don't forget, I've always said this season we are now is the second best time to buy stock. The best is in November, December. So if she terminates it, forget about whatever penalty she would incur on the interest. She's not going to be penalized and deducted from the capital. She should terminate it end of November. So the money is ready in December. She now picks one powerful stock that will fly. But by that time, I would say the stock I would have mentioned now might have overrun a reasonable mileage. So I don't know. Otherwise, I'm looking at, for pure capital gains, we're not looking at dividend now. Dangote Sugar, they will go on to publish a fantastic second quarter result. They will proceed to do a fantastic third quarter result. Third quarter result in September, meaning October, November, the result is out. The price will rally again before everything goes down a bit in November. So that's one major candidate for her. The other one, as far as capital gains is concerned, that a lot of people are not looking at is NASCON. Then, of course, RT Briscoe. The problem with NASCON is it's already nearly 200 naira. Of course, it was selling over 200, drops below 200 now. So that one may not allow her to acquire a lot. But for someone who has substantial volume, NASCON is a fantastic long-term play. Okay, please, coach, best entry point for NASCON. Charlotte already mentioned NASCON here. I'm waiting. And while I'm still talking about NASCON, okay, let's go and see how much is realistic for NASCON at the moment. NASCON 197. You will be seeing 219 on your app, but never mind. Go ahead. 197.6. 197 naira 60 kobo. And guess what? 708 million naira has been spent on this NASCON as we speak. Just imagine. 708 million naira. Morning, sir. Between Charms and Jais, which one is good for long-term investing? Mr. President, I would go for Charms right now. Jais has had a good run. It will need some time to recover. Charms has not really run, and some interesting prospects ahead. I will go with Charms. Coach, how about tantalizers? Oh my God. I have, let me see, how many tantalizers do I have? I'm beginning to feel unsatisfied with my tantalizers volume. How many tantalizers do I have? 2 million. I need more tantalizers. I bought tantalizers at 2 naira 70 kobo. It stayed long enough at the 4 naira. Looks like I should get in there before the second quarter result is also out. How many should I add? I need more tantalizers, ladies and gentlemen. Myself and a group of an audience need beginner's guide to stocks and investing. Patriotic. Send me a DM on Instagram, all free. We'll just forward to you. Take your time and listen to the beginner's guide. Even join the Network Investors Club if you like. So just go on my Instagram and DM me. I'm a beginner. Help me with beginner's guide. We'll send you everything you need. Even if you have a stockbroker, forget the stockbroker side. Do the rest. Okay? So I'm a big advocate for tantalizers. This is the kind of stock one should even accumulate 10 million. 10 million shares. Just pack it and keep and go to bed. The day it hits 100 naira per share or even 50 naira per share, you know what that means. Anyway, that's by the way. Please, the information shared here are not financial advice. Do your due diligence. Wow, looks like someone has been typing and sending. Love it. Coach, what stock would you recommend for a 3-year-old until 16, penny or growth? 1 million startup with 200K monthly. 3-year-old until they are 16, penny or growth. Growth, not, I guess you are trying to ask value or growth. Growth stocks. But you could also add a penny in there. And that's where tantalizers comes in. And then stocks like ROT, Briscoe, and TIP. Someone was asking me that question. Did I mention ROT, Briscoe for capital gains? Yes, ROT, Briscoe for capital gains. I anticipate another wonderful result from ROT, Briscoe to continue their turnaround story. Coach, why do you have so much confidence that tantalizers will do well? Jane, that means you've not heard from me as far as tantalizers is concerned. And I'm going to give you a little brief. When you hear tantalizers, I guess you are thinking that fast food chain that has gone rotten. Tantalizers, even if the founder eventually passed on and the business struggled and most of the fast food chains collapsed, there were investors who came in 2 years ago, pumped in fresh money to revive the company. And one of the best moves they made was that they decided to diversify the business. If you notice, the restaurants are not coming on and getting renovated or shining bright. You know why? Most of those restaurant chains, you see tantalizers, they are all franchises. And there's no need going to put money in franchises that are not yours. I mean, the business is not yours. You just franchise the name. So the focus by the management of tantalizers is diversify the business in entertainment and fisheries for now. I don't know any more details. So what they do now is the biggest conviction I got before buying that tantalizer at 2.70 naira, it was last year. We will be here. I will remind us my entry price of tantalizers is 2.70 naira. By that time, tantalizers will be doing 50 naira later on. And then people will be like, wow. The same way you do, wow. My entry price for UBA is 7 naira. Wow. My entry price for NACO is 9 naira. Wow. A time will come, it will be tantalizers. Then I'll tell you 2.70 naira. But now I want to add to it at 4 naira. It means it will no longer be 2.70 naira. The average price will now increase because it's now more expensive than I bought. But that's just a space of 1 year. I don't think it's up to a year. I don't remember if it's up to a year. But the biggest conviction is for me was after I followed the news of how they were trying to revamp the company. Two things. Number one, they got a contract to supply shrimps and prawns, 5-year contract to an American company. Number two, of course, they already went into high sea fishery business and bought fishing trolleys. But number two, the entertainment arm, someone came and invested, is it 3 billion naira to take 10% stake in the entertainment arm. That means the valuation for that entertainment arm called Tantertainment. Do your research. Check out, go read their annual report complete to the last and see more details. That means they are valuing that entertainment business at around 30 billion or something like that. But that's not it. Recently this year, they acquired a whole high sea fishing business. A company, Tantalizers, bought it. Perhaps to fortify their supply chain. That means foreign exchange earnings in dollars. Revenue will just be flowing in when that contract payment begins to kick in, because they'll be issuing invoices as they do the supplies. So which is better, to run restaurant chain or to earn dollars as revenue? Your guess is as good as mine. Between livestock and FTN cocoa, which is better for long term? Small. What a funny name. Okay, FTN cocoa and livestock. Well, looks like livestock is also trying to turn around, but it's quite tricky. Both of them in the agri sector, and one thing or the other can always, there's no serious consistency in the both of them. So we will just manage to go with FTN cocoa for now. FTN cocoa for now. Ami says, good afternoon, coach. What's good entry price for Tantalizers? Let's go down there and see what's happening. I'm even surprised that as low as the market got, Tantalizers didn't go below 4 this time. Well, currently, Tanta is at 4 naira 49 kobo, 6.7 million offers, 3 million bids. So even this one, the bids are more than the offers at a time like this. On a Friday, what's happening? Are you not part of the market slide, Tanta? Please do something. So, Ami, 4 naira 49. Highest bid is at 449, but just 4,000 bids. After that, it's 174,000 bids at 4 naira 26. Lowest offer is at 4 naira 50 kobo, 147 or 187,000 shares at 4 naira 50 kobo offer. So the bids are double the offer in the market for Tantalizers at the moment. Hello, coach. What about NPF Microfinance Bank? Yes, in response to the question for a 3-year-old asked by Lovett on Instagram, I was going to also mention Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank. Currently trading at a tantalizing 5 naira per share. Okay, long term. Hello, coach. What about? Okay, I've responded to that. Keep the comments coming in, ladies and gents. We're making progress. Oh, we've gone past the 1 o'clock hour mark, and that means we will be proceeding to now taking your course on TikTok. Yes, on TikTok. Ladies and gents, this is how interesting it gets. The session is so interesting to the extent I don't even know when we've done 1 hour. So let's progress. Daisy says, coach, what about Abe Mortgage? Well, let's see how much it is. It was flying until it got stuck with this. I'm supposed to do something about Abe. I'll take my time to do that. Let's understand and integrate. When a new achievement is attained, we should integrate and not forget, because there could also be investment opportunities. Moving from just being a microfinance bank to a commercial banking license, it means more opportunity to make more money for themselves. So we need to know. Abe is down from 10 naira 10 kobo to currently 9 naira 25 kobo. It was flying recently before the market slide caught up with it. So let's go on to the calls and see how many much calls we can make today. Please keep your environments quiet, and if it's a mistaken call that TikTok brought you up, just pass. Okay? Coach, please, I have Geregume and Baker, Sunu Assurance, and Owando. They are all in loss. Which should I sell to reposition the funds into another? Oh my goodness. Repropose. Oh my, that Tolu girl. How do you pick all these stocks? The combination is going to be harmful to you. Your capital is going to suffer. These are not strong names, and this is why we preach that you buy some of these defensive stocks to keep your portfolio strong at times like this. If I tell you how much, can I tell you how much I have lost after the rally that we saw at the height of the rally, from what the price was that time and now? I'm down by 30 million currently. 30 million down. You think that we don't lose money? No, we do, but we understand. Okay. So, Tolu, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what to keep, because it's almost like you should sell everything you have mentioned here. Geregu, sell. Sunu Assurance, sell. Wando, sell. And then take your time to buy the following, especially at times like this, because that Geregu is difficult to sell actually. Very, very difficult to sell. So let us see. What should you buy? Take position in stocks like Dangote Sugar. We need quick revival for you. So that Dangote Sugar, ROT, Briscoe, and TIP. All right? Take this advice. I'll be here when you come back to celebrate with me. Listen, guys. The market is a give and take environment. 30 million down from the height, but not below pre-January portfolio value. You get the point? The portfolio has been buzzing, bumping, jumping, gyrating. But the market, for those who bought since January or invested since January, even those who invested in March, I don't think this slide will suddenly wipe out all your profits. No. But you know one short thing, it will recover and keep going. You know why? I invested in businesses that have continued to create the value. And when I see an opportunity to buy lower, I will go and buy more lower. And then the results will be out. Some of them second quarter next month, because the second quarter is ending this month. And then when the results are out, the market will say, oh, we were wrong all along, and then reprice the stocks back. Both the ones that I have held that did not sell and the ones I bought even lower will now start adding to the portfolio, and the portfolios, should have powered, will rise again. You understand? And it will chest out. All right, the calls are not connecting. Let's go again and see who we can connect with and make progress. So understand all these things. Don't be like people who don't know what's happening. Even if you don't know what's happening, at least you're in a community that understands market trends. Femi Otodola has pumped in nearly 30 billion this season when others are running. I've shared that with you. The MTN Chief Financial Officer, you know what it means? You know information that he knows about where MTN is going? He has bagged 1.5 million MTN shares. That's about 1.5 billion naira pumped into the market. So I will not be the one to be deceived. Where am I selling to? Okay, where am I selling to? So it is not a seller's market. We are in a buyer's market. So enjoy the discounts. How do I differentiate who is not a true caller so we don't waste time? Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
Hello,
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Speaking from Lagos.
Ruth from Lagos. Thanks for joining. Please proceed.
Madam Coach, I'm listening. I have a few health insurance that I want to offload. So I don't know they want to average or offload finally and then replace with something else. So it's the like of Univenture, mutual benefits, and real exchange, and which other one? Univenture, real estate, and sovereign. So I'm looking at the one to offload among them because they're not doing well.
Keep mutual benefits. Offload the rest.
Can you hear me, Coach?
I've responded to you. Keep mutual benefits. Offload the rest. Thank you.
You spoke about spending 3 days ago. If you enter now, you'll still be among those that will benefit from this double price.
Madam Ruth, how is the price supposed to double?
You mentioned something like them trying to do risk construction. Years ago, how they've done on your life.
Please, I need you to have enough clarity before anything. I beg you. What you should do is forget about that sterling. What I explained about the reconstruction is that the price will be 10 times what it is now, but the number of shares will also reduce by 10 times. So if you had 100,000 shares, your stocks will reduce to 10,000 shares, while the price will go up 10 times. There is no benefit, there is no loss. The problem with that, which I have, is they will now raise another 400 million naira private placement or public offer or what have you. And that means further dilution of the stocks that were reconstructed. Will they then now be able to give sufficient value in terms of dividend yield? That is the question. So I didn't mean that if you buy sterling, you will have double the price. You understand now? Thank you. Lil Sent, are you there? Please speak louder. Thank you for joining from Lagos. Please proceed.
First of all, I want to wish myself a happy birthday. So I'm planning on giving myself a birthday gift. I have fresh bond of 2.5. I deployed 1 million to MTN this morning. I bought at 7.45. So the remaining 1.5, I'm contemplating on putting it in either Aradel or Dan Sugar. But I also picked up my rights in Dan Sugar, even more than my rights. Earlier this week, I picked up like 60 something thousand units. So I'm also thinking, let me just play with the market is juicy now, so let me just make out of the juice and
juicy, serious juice. So you want to juice out what?
I want to celebrate myself with enough juice, so when it's time I will complete and enjoy the benefit later. But I'm here for a long time. And also I saw UBA at 39. My entry point for UBA is 44. And I wish that my fund is more than what I'm saying. I would have just bought more. I wish. So I'm not thinking within that sugar and another. Where should I deploy?
Dung sugar.
Huh?
Dung sugar. Thank you, sir. Let's keep squeezing the juice. Congratulations, Lil Saint, and happy birthday to you. You are doing well. We have resorted to buying ourselves stocks on birthdays instead of buying ourselves depreciating assets. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, that could have been a mistaken call from Lillian, so we progress to the next caller. I will take multiple callers, so anyone which connects or who connects will proceed.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Coach, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I asked the question. Okay, thank you very much for everything that you have been doing. I've been trying to convince my uncle in the UK about the diaspora video you posted a while ago. In fact, when I shared the link with him, he said he was scared that it was a scam. I said, no, it is not. So he has told me very...
Go ahead.
About swimming. So I just... Listen, also be the same of you. The past, back. And for me, my network will have about close to 600,000 units of Q6. My entry points averaging that is about 3.50 core because I bought at the top, sort of. So now I'm in a dilemma. I have about 22,700 units. So I don't mind selling off Q6 just to get into T. So what do you...
Portfolio rebalancing and alignment, just like a top executive or Dangote Group sold his Dangote cement at very cheap price. He sold at 800 and something so that he can position, I guess, in the Dangote refinery private placement. So you too can strike accordingly. Please proceed.
Thank you very much, sir. Then one more. Transcorp 2, I'm down by just 30,000 naira because I had just about 10,000. I don't mind also selling.
Sell. Don't waste your time. Sell, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
I can't wait to have you in Lagos.
Oh, yes, I will be there. Live in Lagos.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Fidelia. Good afternoon. Tell us where you are streaming from.
From Lagos, Ikeja.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My question is on Jai's Bank.
Okay.
I got in around 4 naira thereabouts as of last year. So it arrived around 14 naira thereabouts. I topped off and then it dipped. And up to that, still dipping. So I want to know, can I sell off and invest in another stock or should I keep holding?
Jai's Bank.
Yes, sir.
How much did you buy it?
Initially, I bought around 4 naira. That was last year. And then I was just topping up along the way till 14 naira. Topped up as 14 naira. Then it started dropping. I kept stopping. And currently it's at, I think, about 9 naira or thereabouts. But it's not really doing well currently. I don't know. Should I sell off some of it? I have about 850,000 thereabouts. Should I sell it off and invest in another stock or should I keep holding on?
Sorry, when did you buy it?
I've been buying in batches. My first buy was at 4 naira.
Oh, so what's your average entry? Do you have an idea what the average cost is per share? Hello? All right, looks like she's muted and we might have lost her. Oh, Benjamin says, looks like she wants to check. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Please call back in so we can continue that conversation. Okay, she's back.
Hello, sir. I'm here.
Yes, your average now is how much?
Did you get that?
8.02. Don't sell.
Okay.
Don't sell. We will be faced with all sorts of temptation this season. You got in at a very good price. It's not been able to drop below that. It stayed long enough now under 9 and will eventually go back above 9 when the market corrects. Jais Bank is positioned to continue to give good value. There's no need to panic, especially considering that it already pulled back all the way from the 15 naira it rose to. So the next moves will be targeting towards that 15 range when the entire market picks up again, especially supported by a very good second quarter result. So stay calm, stay patient. Let's make the most of that investment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Next caller, J. Ace.
Hello, sir.
Hello, J. Ace.
The Ace from China.
Good to have you. Go ahead. What time is it in China, by the way?
It's getting close to 8:30 at night.
Oh, wow.
Around 8:28 now.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, so, all right, Coach, I've got a very simple question, just one question. I bought MTN a few days ago at 765 or something. I was thinking of, adding more because I budgeted like 5M to get MTN because I didn't have it before. So what's your take? Should I buy more today? It's cheaper today.
Even if you didn't have me at this moment, buy more based on the fact that not only the chief financial officer bought over 1.5 million shares, higher than you bought initially, 790 something naira. The MTN employee share acquisition trust bought 11 million shares. That is, the owners are seeing the company that where they are going now versus what the price is saying is a bargain. That should be enough.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all for now. Thank you. God bless you, and God keep giving you that expert knowledge and wisdom.
Amen.
To steer us to the promised land.
Amen. Thank you very much.
All the best, bro.
And you too. Bye. Okay, keep the comments coming in, ladies and gents. Paul Z, next caller. Let's see how many more I can take at once. Whichever connects, we proceed. DNA. Mo Baker. Please keep your environments quiet. Let's have a clean, clear conversation.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm Eze by name, and I'm streaming from Italy. Thank you very much, Coach, for bringing me out. And thanks for all the information you've been doling out.
My pleasure. Go ahead.
I want to be clarified because I used to have the Unity Bank, but I got a credit alert earlier this week that I was paid off. So I need to understand that I've been paid off. Does that mean I no longer have shares with Unity Bank, or is an excess from the accrued between Providus and Unity Bank? So please, I'm lost at this point.
You may want to refer to my video talking about that merger between Unity and Providus. It was agreed that Unity Bank existing shareholders will be paid in exchange for their shares 3 naira 81 kobo per share. Obviously, that was not the price of Unity. Unity Bank, as at the last time that stock was traded, I'm looking at my dashboard now and I'm seeing it was at 1 naira 51 kobo. So they've paid you off excess. Enjoy the loot.
Okay, thank you very much. One other thing again, Coach, I have sent you a message on your DM. You didn't respond. I've tried on separately. I've sent to you on your DM, but you didn't respond. So I don't know how so I can get on the Investors Club.
I don't know where your messages are dropping, but please resend. Just keep resending on Instagram.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
That'll be a problem. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Moneybag. Hello. Hello, Mr. Moneybag. Mr. Moneybag is sorting out family matters. Paul Z, are you there? Hello, Coach. Good afternoon. How much does a 33-year-old need to invest to retire soon? Ms. Somi. We don't know how much your pay is per time. All we know is you could eventually invest whatever you have consistently and regularly, and then we'll see how that goes. Ruth Okonkwo is asking, please, who is paying for the Unity Bank shares? The registrars of Unity Bank does the payment, and they have the register of shareholders. Mr. Paulsy, are you there? Good afternoon. All right, we'll try to proceed to others so we can make the most of the time we have today. Marcos, Pasik, Peaceful, whoever comes first, let's have a conversation. Keep your environments quiet. Pasik, good afternoon, Pasik. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from, and keep your environments quiet.
Yes, my name is Pascal, calling from the United Kingdom.
All right, Pascal, go ahead.
Thank you very much for all the education you are giving us. If not, by now I would have started panicking, but there's no need to panic. We're only looking for more gunpowder to shoot more.
Sure.
So, no shaking, we're on that. Yeah, good. I saw a lot of opportunities that even tends to confuse me. I had the plan of put some of money for time to pay. I don't know. The opportunities I'm seeing now, I don't know whether to go in with that funds or to divide it into two, take one in, because the opportunities are glaring. But can you all recall what happened in 30 December and what happened in January, February? Through your direction. So I'm really confused. Do I wait or do I start taking it gradually? And this deep, what is the expectation? I know you are not a soothsayer, but sometimes going by experience can know where to get to. When do you think it will taper? When do you think the stocks will start building up so that I can do it gradually as the funds are coming and deploying? I don't know. There's a lot of confusion here. Opportunities can bring confusion sometimes, you know. Good things.
Yes, actually, you just reminded me of that dirty December season. I just kept talking here. Dirty December, people are blowing cash, stocks are cheap here. Buy your own, buy one, get one free. And we saw the magic. There is no soothsaying. These are market trends that will not change based on the rules of the exchange that companies continue to publish their quarterly results. When the market will recover from middle of next month, that's when we expect quarterly results to start coming out for the second quarter. Second quarter ends this month. You see, this is the difference between this community and anywhere else you are hearing the discussions about stocks. We are doing practical. So we anticipate market trend and follow accordingly and invest to maximize the season. From mid next month, results will start coming out again that will create some level of excitement for the market to recover. So if the dip gets to a point, nobody knows. This could be the dip. Today is what? 19th. We have only about 10 days or 11 days left this month. The market will trade sideways. There is how low it will get. It will not go further down. It will now start trading sideways till results starts coming out. Whether we have gotten to the dip, we don't know because nobody can time the market. What we know is by mid next month, the market should start picking up from wherever it drops to. On to your other question about Dangote Refinery. If I were in your shoes, I'm putting myself in your shoes now, I will take that money, invest it in a very good bargain. Dangote Refinery is coming out when? September. Third quarter result is coming out October. I would, between now and when the second quarter result is out, take a good bargain. If between now and that September, I can't find fresh money to buy the Dangote Refinery, I will come back to this one that I bought at a bargain and offload to buy the Dangote Refinery. By then, whatever I invested now would have gained substantially because I know that around August, September, a rally ensues. That's how I'll play this game. Thank you. Confusion over.
Thank you for attending to that correctly. Yes, sir. Yeah, my second question is, what's your take on the new information we got about CPA, talking about holdco banks? How do you think it will affect the bank stocks? I don't know whether you digested it.
Sir, as far as that instruction is concerned, that's how the financial system should be. All subsidiaries maintain your share capital, manage your resources within your reach and your limits. No overlapping of finances and management systems. That way, if an arm of the bank has a problem, it doesn't spill over to the rest. So how will it affect the banks? If there is a bank that has been abusing the system, it will show in the decline of their performance. If those other banks that have been complying, that's why you need to check for corporate governance. The corporate governance structure of most of these companies is very important. If you don't trust the management to manage the business well enough, there will be a problem at times like this because suddenly they will now be required to provide independently for each of those ones, whereas they were pooling resources together to run the various businesses. That's where it will backfire. But I know that most of the banks that we have been buying here are not like that. So we just wait to see. And not all banks are holdcos in the first place. For example, UBA is not a holdco. Zenith Bank is not a holdco. You have GTCO, Access, First Bank. Who else is a holdco? So not all banks are holdcos. So let the holdcos go and sort themselves out. Thank you, sir.
Thank God I'm not in any of those. Lastly, the NGX, there's a new communication from NGX as to the minimum volume of share that can move a price, either upwards or downwards. How do you think it's going to affect the market?
I've said it. I've responded to this before. I shared it earlier when we got started. From now onwards, not all stocks will need 100,000 stocks to be traded at once, block transactions for price to move. But the date has not been given yet. It will facilitate share price movement. It will make it more flexible and fairer. Let me give you an instance. To move the price of Seplat based on the existing rule, you need 1 billion naira in one block transaction. That is if Seplat is selling at 10,000 naira per share. To move TIP, you need 30 million. So TIP will just keep moving. Seplat will stay stagnated because how many 1 billion will you do to move it continuously? That's on that. Now, the latest rule, when they implement it, you need only 10,000 shares to be sold to move any stock selling for 1,000 naira and upwards. So, for a stock like Seplat, all you need is 100 million by the new rules. Seplat to change price, either downwards or upwards. For stocks trading at 500 naira and below, that's below 1,000, below 1,500 naira, you need 50,000 shares for price movement. And then for every other stocks below 500, 100,000 shares must be traded. So it brings about a much more fairer balance in price movement. That's the reason why a stock like Airtel Africa has been stuck where it is, plus the illiquidity of that stock. So my own, based on my experience, I've said they shouldn't commence it in a down market. Otherwise, the market will collapse because prices will just keep tumbling. When they should implement it is during an upward market movement. When the market recovers and is flying, then they implement it. From there on, it can now happen after another cycle of market coming down, so that it does not create unnecessary panic based on what we are seeing at the moment. So generally, it is a fair price movement system and the entire market will benefit, especially during a market rally. Thank you. So let's get others. And you too.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, Peaceful. Tell us.
Good afternoon, sir.
You are excited.
I am Marco, Peaceful.
Okay.
Baby of the house.
Oh, really? Tell us. Okay. Where are you streaming from?
Austria. Innsbruck, Austria.
Peaceful from Austria.
So, yeah, Coach. So the thing is, somebody already asked, one person, I think 2 different people asked my questions, but then I want to be certain of that decision to make. First is about Jais. I'm thinking Jais has suddenly again gone back to 9 era. Do I top up seriously on it? Because I'm currently running at a loss on it, about 22% down. I got in late. So should I top up on it? Like, how much should I top up on it to at least balance that? I hate seeing that red. That red is making me angry, 1. And then 2, champs. I have about 150,000 currently. Should I also top up on that? Or should I just leave it at that stage? My Harad deal, I got into Harad at 700 and something, but then I keep topping up, and now I have 1,000 as my, I think 1,015 thereabout as my entry price. Should I top up? It makes about 42% of my portfolio. So should I also top up on that? My portfolio is currently worth about 20-something million. I'm thinking I want to reduce it. I have about 10 stocks right now. I want to reduce it to 5. Right now I have Zenith, Dangote, Sugar, Cuties. I had where into the guy to sell off. So I'm thinking of maybe selling off 2. But if there is hope for Cuties, if there is actually hope for them, I could leave them alone and just leave the stock there. But if their hope is not hoping, I'm ready to dump them like right now. I don't mind the loss. I just want my money back. Yeah.
Okay. It's actually a buyer's market. A lot of stocks, if you try to sell now, you'll be losing money. As far as whatever else you have, which one did you say you were 20-something% down?
That's let me check. Jai's Bank. I got into Jai's.
You got in late.
Check my average price for Jai's was 1160.
Okay. Fact is, we are in a season where every mistake in terms of entry prices can be corrected by averaging down.
Okay.
One good advantage you have is you are still getting fresh funds, salaries, and whatever allowances that is coming in. Use this down market to correct all the wrong moves. First off, buy more. Buy more in Jais. Which other one are you in red?
Champs.
Buy more champs.
I got into champs at around 4 naira something.
You are very close. Because now you can buy it even for less than 4. That means it will average down and reduce your original entry price in the final analysis. So this is your chance to average down on champs. Then for QTICs, if you are not too down, depending on when you bought, because a lot of times the timing of our entries can be wrong. Perhaps that time
I'm
when
down
you...
on 17%, sir.
17%. And how many QTICs do you have?
About 266,000.
Don't sell your QTICs. Add more to it. That person that called QTICs had a different condition and the quantity is different. If it's small, negligible, doesn't matter, you can sell. But like I said, QTICs is a stock that can easily jump from 290 something back to 3 naira and 350 something. So whenever you see below 3, rush in there and accumulate some more. That's the way to do it. You have time on your side, money is still coming, relax, keep building. But fortify the portfolio with stronger stocks now. Okay?
Okay. And the Aradale is currently about 42% of my portfolio. And I also got into MTN late last week because I thought it will not go below that, like 800. And now, so should I top up more on the MTN to like
top up as much as you can. For that MTN, the owners of the company have shown us that they have seen value. I already knew. I also bought more MTN at 800. I knew that MTN was cheap now based on all that is going on. None of the things I said about MTN has reflected in the books yet. And yet, it's already looking good from the first quarter. So imagine when those things finally starts reflecting in the books. So the owners already know. Imagine one person bought 1.5 million shares. Then their employee share acquisition trust bought 11 million shares. That's enough encouragement to tell you that there's value in that stock. So ramp up on your MTN. It will lower that your 800 even below. So you are ready to jump.
I have consolidated Hallmark and I got in at a very good price. I'm currently up about 42% or 43% in profit. Should I also buy more right now? I should wait.
Wait.
I'm thinking of loading about 15,000 more.
How many do you have?
Currently I have 150 units. 150,000.
How much is it now? It rallied to about 9 naira before pulling back.
My average cost is 5 naira 5 kobo.
Wait, if it drops below 7 to 6 something, you can add more. If it doesn't,
thank you, Coach. God bless you.
God bless you.
God will elevate you. You will not go down.
Amen.
You continue to succeed and prosper in all that you do and lay your hands upon in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you.
God bless you. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Marcos, next caller. Please unmute your mic.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Marcos.
Your voice is disappearing. Please add volume.
Sorry, sir. I said my name is Marcos. I'm calling from England.
Marcos from England. Thank you for joining. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach, for all what you're doing. The question is this. I have UPDC rate, and the volume is quite much. There's seen around there, I got interest in having it because I have a little of it, but it's not much. Then Dangote sugar came, I don't have much of it, so I'm thinking of disposing UPDC rate, which is more, total like 500K, then going for probably around there Dangote sugar. So now, how do you look at it?
UPDC rate, how much did you buy?
I bought at, I started buying from between, okay, I think 9, no, not 9, 8.880 or something, yeah, 880, almost 9 naira. 880, that was the exact price.
If you sell UPDC now, 500,000 shares, you will get about 5 million.
Yes.
5 million will not amount to much if you throw that into Aradel. Let's see how much Aradel. 5 million Aradel at 1,006 something will amount to, let me say 1,660, 3,000 Aradel. Are you sure you want to give up a long-term play for 3,000 Aradel?
No, not really, because I thought of it, because I actually don't want to miss out from this opportunity, because I don't know if it will come back again.
Which?
Aradel now, seeing it in these prices, and you are not, involved in it, is so painful. You understand? So.
Oh, what happened with you? You were supposed to have bought Aradel, but you didn't.
I bought it when the time I was expecting to buy as at that 4 something or even 5 something. I was not having much with me. So as at the time I got what I was expecting, I just point on UPDC rate.
Okay, you now angrily you just got angry and decided, okay, Aradel has disappeared. Let me go on UPDC.
No, actually, that I've been following you now. So you normally preach about accumulation of volume, and those stuff. So I don't longer buy. If I'm buying, I know I'm buying. If I'm not buying, I'm not buying. So that's how I do it now.
So why don't you leave the volume in UPDC?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling you, because the thing was troubling me, and I said, okay, I got a coach. Why not, hear from him? So okay. That's why I said, okay, let me, draw your attention to it. Anyway, I will stay put to what you said.
Let's look for fresh funds for Aradel.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Amen. Yes, God bless you too. Ladies and gents, we're going to be tempted seriously this season. If a major director in Dangote Group could be tempted to sell his Dangote cement at 29 billion naira, leaving 10 billion naira on the table based on the discount price he sold, anybody can be tempted. But let's try our best and see how we can manage the temptation through this period so that we don't sell everything we have only to realize, because you see that UPDC rate, it will do wonders. Just relax. That one that you have managed 500,000 shares, keep it. We can keep collecting little by little for any other ones so that your 1 million share challenge will be a reality when the time comes. All right, next caller. Please, I'm a newbie and have a portfolio of 700K with Aradel, Dank Sugar, and UBA. Please, do you advise I add GTC or MTN or add a penny stock and wait, or should I focus on just topping up on the trade? Depending on the value of your portfolio, 700,000, I don't think you should add any more. Go ahead and keep topping up on what you have. That's in response to Ramsey Light Helen. Next caller. The other caller is not connecting, so we proceed to get multiple callers on so we can maximize the time. Peculiar Prince. The other one says no money. Hello, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. It's afternoon here. Doing excellent. And you?
Thank you so much for all that you do for us. On behalf of the people watching you, I want to say a big thank you to you because you've been a blessing to our world. And I'm pretty sure if I knew you maybe 10, 5 years ago, probably by now I would have retired like you.
Nice one.
So here's my own situation. Currently, I just started investing about 3-4 months ago, and within the period of 2 months, I saw a very good traction rather, and now it's going down. Well, the fact that I'm always online, listening to what you say, tends to boost my confidence in terms of, hoping that things will still get better. I have my portfolio is 161 million as of today, and I have fresh fund apparently that I want to deploy. Aradel is around up to 3%. I have MTN, but I heard you when you said you have a tantalizer. So I want to also try to key into that 1 million challenge of tantalizer. I wouldn't know if it's a good idea, and my own goal is long-term investment because I'm still active, I'm still working, and to the great glory of God. So I just want to know what your opinion is, whether I should top up the Aradel I have, the MTN, or I should just go all in for the tantalizer, maybe 1 or 2 million to add to my portfolio. What's your take, sir?
Add that zest. You will need it. 1 million or 2 million tantalizers now.
Okay, the coach has spoken. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. How do I grow my portfolio at Joker? It's all about averaging down where you ought to and staying patient, making sure you invest in the right stocks, following the discussions going on for each one. That's how to grow your portfolio. Let's see if we can take another call. I'm trying to... Hello, good afternoon. Vic the Great. Good afternoon. Good, and you?
Well, thank you. One more time, I'd like to say thank you for all you do. God bless you so much.
Amen. I'm receiving a lot of prayers today.
Yes, sir. He's going to stand. So,
Amen.
I'm like I said, I'm one of those who God bless, who bought so many stocks at early stage when you were calling them, especially like Aradel. I think I bought Aradel at 450.
Hey! See them.
And now,
now you are relaxed. Even if Aradel is pulling back from 2000 to 1006, you are just relaxed.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Secondly, from your tutorship, it has helped me cut down my expenses
Good.
drastically. I don't know how to put back money in call I give, but now it's a game changer.
Awesome.
I want to say thank you for that again. And every time I have little money, I want to put it in again, looking for one thing or the other. And now strategically, from all the things I've listened, I've heard you talk about, one of them that caught my attention is building a portfolio that can pay you dividends. Maybe you have a portfolio pay you dividend like twice a year. And those are the ones I really want to go into now. Because I really want to put up more money down. And be having ones that will pay dividends. Because I think I'm getting to a point where I should retire like you and just stay back.
You're welcome on board.
I wanted to ask,
okay.
I have some money that I kept somewhere, and I have another one I kept for Dangote refinery. But the one I have now, I wanted to put them in stocks that can pay dividends, like 5 of them. I think I have like some millions right now that I want to pump in. I don't know which one would you recommend at this stage right now. Maybe like 5 or 3 that pay dividends every year, like 3 times. I mean, like 2 times a year. So
very good stocks that pays dividend twice a year with a chance for consistent dividend growth.
Yes, sir.
That your Aradel is there.
Yes.
So we leave that one out. MTN.
Yes,